everyone, it's me, Mr. Brainwashing, mediocre YouTuber, and today, my unfunny self decided to make a Super Mario Land 2 review, with some dumb jokes spread throughout. Remember to like and subscribe because only 100%? But it can't be right. Please hit that subscribe button because that's too big. That's way too big. Seriously. Super Mario Land 2 was released on October 21st, 1998. It was a huge success, selling around 11 million copies, and being critically acclaimed by many sources. It is now considered a classic of the Nintendo Game Boy, and has a 4.6 on IGN today. Before I go into the gameplay, I probably should talk about the backstory. Super Mario Land 2 takes place right after the first game, where Wario, in his debut game, stole Mario's castle. Also, when the hell did he get a castle to begin with? And Mario must take it back from him by collecting 6 golden coins to open the castle's gate. This sets up the game's plot and new villain. Anywho, I figure we should get into the game itself now. Okay, but are we not going to talk about Mario having a secret castle? The game starts in Mushroom Zone, and shows us that unlike the first game, this game has actual graphics. And they're actually pretty good too. Except for Mario's Death Sprite. That thing is literally a demon. Anyways, the game controls pretty well. It is a pretty slow game, and I think the controls are a little floaty, but I don't personally think it affects the gameplay too much. You also notice a distinct lack of score on the HUD. This feels a bit weird, as score is kind of a staple of Mario games, but to be fair, nobody actually plays for a score, right? Well, I guess people do. Anyways, I somehow haven't mentioned the absolute jams in this game. This isn't even an opinion, this is fact. Every track in this game is a banger. When you hear the athletic theme for the first time, it's insane. Also, Turtle Zone sounds like Miracle Musical, and that's hilarious. Getting back on track, once you reach the end of the level, you can attempt to hit the bell at the top or walk straight out through the door. If you do successfully hit the bell, you will be greeted by a claw machine minigame. You can win many things here. Power-ups, lives, or literally nothing if you suck that much. Beating the first level, you are greeted to the world map and zones. There are 6 important ones: Tree Zone, Turtle Zone, Mario Zone, Macro Zone, Pumpkin Zone, and Space Zone. There are more zones, but they're optional. Anyways, onto the first zone, Green Hill Zone. Wait a minute. Wrong game. Tree Zone. Tree Zone is one of the best examples of this game's amazing level design. I think the first level shows this off the most. The level is really fun, and it shows off more of the defining features of this game, such as the personality. This game has a lot of personalities in your average retro Mario experience, most notably in the character designs. From Mario himself to the Goombas, all designs in this game are great. When even the ants are super expressive, you know you're in for a treat. Once you get to the second level of Tree Zone, you are properly introduced to the new power-up, the carrot. I don't know what it's actually called, so I'm just going to call it the Super Carrot. And yes, you can get the carrot before the second level, but this is where he gets introduced, really. Regardless, the Super Carrot lets you glide across gaps with bunny ears. And that's about it. There's not much this power-up can do, but it can enemy bounce. Once you finish Tree Zone, one of my more minor complaints show. The bosses are not that fun. They're easy, too short, not intimidating in the slightest. While I don't like the actual boss fights themselves, they do really complement the rather creative worlds they are in. After beating the boss of the world, you get a golden coin. That means you finish the world. After Tree Zone, you go on to Turtle Zone, or any zone. There is no set order, but I'll just assume you went to Turtle Zone. Now, completely ignoring the banger world theme, the levels are pretty fun. They have some new enemies, like the Tentacles or Boxing Shark, who doesn't even box. Why does he even have boxing gloves then? Once you get to the final stage, you're met with a giant octopus. He looks pretty goofy, and you can kill him pretty easily. Once you do, you get a coin, and you can go to the next world. Get the whole gist now, and we'll know what to do. Anyways, the next world is Mario Zone. You travel inside a giant robot Mario. Even his crotch for some reason. Regardless of how weird that is, the floor is made out of Lego in some levels, and that's pretty funny. I don't want a single comment saying they're actually NMB pranks. Anyways, once you can kill this world's boss, the three little pig heads, they had the perfect opportunity to make a Robo Mario fight, but they didn't take it. Anyways, you can move on to Pumpkin Zone. Pumpkin Zone is a Halloween/horror themed zone. It has a bunch of cool new enemies and environments. This place has little Jason Voorhees guys, vampires, booze, and the boss of this world is a witch. If you can't tell, this is probably my favorite zone in the game. There's a ton of cool stuff here. But once you're finished, you can go on to Macro Zone. Macro Zone has Mario shrink down to the size of an ant, and reuses most of Tree Zone's content. There is a cool little ant excavator guy, I guess. Anyways, the boss for the zone is a literal rat. I know, right? Now we got Master Splinter to deal with, but he's pitifully easy. So, sorry, Mr. Rat. Once you get the coin, you're off to the final zone of the game, Space Zone. Space Zone is pretty similar to another smaller level, Hippo Zone. This time it's a full zone. Space Zone has some cool stuff, like angry stars. Yes, the sun wasn't the only angry star. That joke sucked. Either way, you beat the returning protagonist and get the final coin. Returning to Mario's castle, now with all 6 coins, it opens the gate to the final level. This final level has you jumping over fire-shooting piranha plant statues and giant moving spike balls. You then reach the end and see Wario. He starts a final battle and is really easy. You can just jump on his head repeatedly, and even when he equips power-ups, it doesn't really change anything. Anyways, you beat him, you take your castle back, and the day is saved. Credits roll. My final thoughts are that this game is really great, and I want everyone to play it. The only really bad things about it are the short playtime and the generally easy difficulty. It's still a classic, 9 out of 10, and I would say, pretty good game. Fun, and definitely one of the best GBA, Game Boy games. Okay, but that death sprite is going to haunt my dreams. Please help me. Hey, before the video ends, I'm gonna go a little off script here and do a lot of stuff. First of all, like and subscribe. I don't know why I said it like that, but anyways, please do that. And also, you can recommend what game I should cover next in the comments. Maybe I'll get actually good at making videos, who knows? Probably not. But it could happen. This video took a decently long time to make, so yeah. And sorry for my lackluster voice acting, but have fun. Bye. Don't know how to close out this.